the folks along the road, just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gathering along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races. We went to bleeding races.
Oh, it's back through Bartes!
1962 on a summer's afternoon, we took the bus from Bambras and she was heavy laden. Where we went along Collingwood Street, that's on the road to Bladen. Whoa, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gunning along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
Hi people, welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again. Just got back from Newcastle, by the way, and I've got Grace and Tony. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, John, from a sunny Felixstowe beach.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Tony's just showing off. Look at him in the sun.
It's 26.
Oh my gosh,
Beautiful,
looks gorgeous.
Beautiful. It does, doesn't it? Absolutely fantastic out there, man. I mean, I'd love to do a live one. I'd love to do an outdoor one soon, like, you know, so I would never, ever rule it out, by the way. But there you go. And
nice if I was Palm Beach, though.
Yes, it'd be magic, man. I'd love to do like a California beach, Florida beach. That'd be amazing. I'd love to do that one day. You just never know. Guys, if you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. And it just helps the channel to get better. If you like to, if you're new to the channel, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. Also, if you like to super chat, the option's there for you. And if you like to become a member, then click on the join button as well. So yesterday, Newcastle played Nottingham Forest yesterday, and we won by 2-0. We were up and running, and great 3 points in my opinion. We absolutely battered Forest yesterday, and it should have been a lot more. Grace, I'll start with you, and give us a breakdown on yesterday's game.
Yeah, I thought that they played really, really well yesterday. I think that it was good to see them driving the ball up the pitch. You know, they weren't just sitting back; they were driving it forward. I just felt like it should have been like 4-5-0. They just in certain parts they just couldn't seem to find the back of the net, but. And I think Forest they just weren't very good. They really weren't very good. I think that Jesse Lingard didn't really have a touch of the ball, did he? He didn't really do much. But yeah, Newcastle played really well. Glad to see and glad to be back at St James's. Yeah, it was good. I think they played really well. They were really, really good. And it was a cracking strike by Schar. What a strike that was.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got to touch on Fabian in a bit, and big up to him, scored a cracking goal yesterday. Before we go on to Tony, you're going to go through the comments as well. No laughing at Man United. Wow. And big up to Joe Sweet, enjoyed the game yesterday. It was fantastic. I thought we dominated that game from minute 1 to minute 90, to be fair. I thought we played well yesterday. We do the player ratings as well later on. And big up to Mason as well. All you Man U fans out there, no, I'm not a red. Great was happy weekend to you as well, Shira. Big up to you, mate. I like coffee, and big up to you, mate. Mason said hi to you as well, by the way. Poor quarterback. This is the Premier League as well as league. It's been proved many a time, and it's 20 on vacation the Caribbeans.
I wish.
Wow. God bless you. And Jade, big up to Jade, by the way. And Fred is a poor man's Joelinton. For me personally, I think it's going to be very interesting who's going to get in the World Cup, whether it be Fedge or whether it be Joelinton. We're going to have a debate about that one day. Definitely have a debate about that, sure, one day. And big up to Jade, it's okay. John, when you come back up to Newcastle, my twin bro. Hey. We used to have one called Joelinton, right? And we had fun, by the way, but it's fantastic. My twin bro, love it. big up to Stephen D, by the way, big gooner. How was everyone happy with the result yesterday? Tony, give us your breakdown on yesterday's game.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't there, but managed to watch it on TV. We absolutely battered them, all over them from the start. Probably by half time, we should have probably been 2 or 3 up, if I'm honest, by half time. We absolutely ram-battered them. I mean, they were absolutely poor. They were shocking for us. Even that Nayakati wasn't really that good. Joe Worrell, well, he just looks as if he's not fit for the Premier League, to be honest. He's not. He's Championship because he was absolutely woeful. And I mean, got that booking for pulling down Maxi. And he was lucky he didn't get sent off because I think Maxi was trying to go at him to see if he'd put out another foul, but he didn't. But no, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we won 2-0. We got 3 points. That's the most important thing. We're not waiting 14 games this season. Goal from Fabian Schar. We've seen that before. He'd done that against Burnley, and he's got that in his locker. What a terrific strike! And even Callum Wilson, the opening day specialist, can't stop scoring on an opening day. And got me out with that nice little flick over the top. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Can't complain. 3 points. We're on the way. On to Brighton next week.
100%. I mean, I'll look at the team lined up. I'm going to pick up the share the screen and get the team lined up who Eddie went with yesterday. And for me, when I looked at the team lined up, I thought when Sven Bott wasn't picked, I thought, but he knows exactly what he's doing, so he knows exactly what he means. And just going to put it up there for you. I'll put it in the correct place. There you go. That's who he went with. He went with Nick Pope and goal. And then the back 4 would be Kieran Trippier, Fabian Schär, Dan Burn, Matt Target. No place for Sven Botman there. But I fully expect him to start the game. Then the midfield 3 of Bruno. I thought he had a wonderful game yesterday. Joe Willock graced his favourite. Joelinton as well. I thought he had a good game as well yesterday. I mean, he was on looking at that shot. The front 3 of Miggy, Alan, and Callum as well. So it's 4-3-3. I expected to be vastity. I expected to be. And if you look at that squad, Grace, right? It was basically the same team as last season, apart from the goalkeeper.
Yeah. No, I was happy with that squad. I didn't expect him to play bottom in. I've completely expected him what he did with Bruno, give him a couple of games to sit and watch the Premier League and watch how Eddie Howe wants him to play. And then, but yeah, I was happy. I was really, really happy with that lineup. I thought that they all worked really well together. I think Al Maybaum was amazing. From what he's done in pre-season, he's brought it to this season. I'm excited to see what he brings. So I think he did really, really well yesterday. And yeah, I mean, Maxi was passing. I think he did really well. He was looking for the pass, whereas once upon a time he wouldn't. He was just trying to take everyone on, get it in the box, and end up losing it. But he was looking for that. He was looking for them passes because he'd been criticised for not doing that previously. But yeah, no, I was really, really happy with the lineup. And I think Pope did really well in goal as well. I think he did really, really well.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't have a lot to do. I mean, all he did is just did a couple of catches there, and distribution is really good as well. And he played the ball out from the back quite well, I thought, as well. And this is the reason why I just cannot see the back is going to be number 1 again, unfortunately. But I've always said that Nick Pope's going to be England number 1, Newcastle's number 1, and that's why he came here for a reason. And Tony, look at that squad there. Was you surprised Sven Botman wasn't in the team?
Yeah, I was shocked at first, and I thought, oh, okay. And he's on the bench. Originally, Lascelles was named on the bench, but got injured in the warm-up, so Dummett had to take his place. But yeah, I was surprised at Botman not being there. But then again, I wasn't, because this is Eddie Howe, and he finished the season with Schar and Burns, so you know they've been trusted. So you don't break that up, do you? So he's probably kept to that formation. But no, I thought overall it was a good side. Trippier captain, and I thought Pope did quite well. I mean, yeah, he came out for a couple of balls, but his distribution, I mean, no disrespect to Martin Dubravka, but Pope was a lot quicker, getting the ball out quicker, throwing it out quicker, kicking it out quicker, where Dubravka used to just stand with the ball and wait and look around before he got rid of it, where Pope was quick to get rid of it within a few seconds. But No, I thought was quite a good lineup, and I mean Almiron had a good game as well on the right. You know, he done all right, and yeah, good all round performance. Willick again, absolutely fantastic. Willick was. He'll only get better and better, and yeah, good team all round.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you would know what it is. I think Eddie set up a team that can actually defend properly and don't give any mistakes away. I thought our defence yesterday, I thought Dan Burn yesterday was absolutely outstanding yesterday at the back. And surely now, I mean, the place got to be his. And this is why we need 4 defenders in the team, because we need competition in the squad as well. So anyone gets injured, they've got someone quality like a Botman to come and take the place. But I like to see Botman starting. But I think Eddie Howe now has got a difficult choice to make in defence. Who's going to be his first choice partner? I mean, I don't want to see Lascelles playing again, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Because there's better defence in front of him, Grace.
Oh, definitely. I think that, I don't know. I just think that the season that Dan Burn and Schar had towards the end, the pair of them have been undroppable for Eddie Howe. So... Well, yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what Botman brings. We've got plenty of time to see him, to see him in the Premier League. But yeah, I think that just the partnership between Fabian Schär and Dan Burn is really, really good.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And what about you, Tony Lascelles? Do you think he's done at Newcastle? Do you think he's done? I mean, I don't think he would be going anywhere, to be personally honest with you. But for me personally, he should be done. But like I said, what do we know there?
Well, I can't. To be honest with you, I can't see Lascelles getting back in this team. There's no chance him getting back in unless we have a spate of injuries, and then he's got to play again. But no, I've said this for a long time. His time's done now at Newcastle, Lascelles, and he should have been moved on. Now he's picked up some injury in the warm-up. We're not exactly sure what it is, but there's no way he's going to get past Schar and Burn and Botman. And like I say, unless we have a major spate of injuries at the back. And that's the only way he's going to get back in. Because now he's just going to be a bench warmer, unfortunately, now. Unless he decides, look, I don't want to sit on the bench and I do want to go. And they let him go before the end of the window and we get a replacement for him. But no, I can't see Lascelles getting back in the team. And the defence looks a lot stronger and a lot more solid now than it has been for a lot of years. But yeah, I was really happy with the defence. Solid unit. Trippier and Target on the full backs, absolutely brilliant as usual. And we've got a strong centre half as well, pairings as well. And we've got Botman there who can come in as well and do the job. And I mean, you know, wasn't it funny yesterday when Botman came on, and I think it was him and Schar for about 2 minutes or about a minute was just passing the ball backwards and forwards to each other in the box. You know, that's how much confidence they've got. And not to forget, obviously, best player in the park by a mile yesterday was Bruno, because he's just something different.
Great.
Bruno with a magic hat. Absolutely brilliant he was yesterday. So, yeah, it's all looking good at the moment.
Yeah, I have to agree with you both 110%. I mean, I think he said it's on par as well. I've got Steve as well, my Bruce Forest fan. Forest were terrible and couldn't string 2 passes together. They were really bad. And if it's not so very, very soon, they could be in big trouble. They come to Forest in a bit. And was one of my favourite players in the Prem. I really rate the guy. Excellent stuff. Leicester now 2 goals up. Newcastle tops and finish the season. Agree or disagree. At the minute, it's only 1 game gone. And I predict it if, but it's a long way to go, Stephen. Yeah, but things can change. Great performance from the team. Now, Ketty kept Wilson pretty quiet for most of the game. Wilson got the better of him once his great goal. Yeah, absolutely agree. And the link-up play between Bruno and Miggy was awesome, 110%. Got one here for Nana Coffin. Miggy had a great round, but just couldn't take the shots. I'm going to come on to him in a bit. I have my take on Miggy as well. Can anyone see Paul kicking Pickford from England spot? Me, I doubt it. I'm afraid I doubt it. I doubt it, because Gareth South is always going to pick his favourites, and Pickford is one of them. It was awesome to see all YouTubers met up yesterday on Tyneside. Two of you, PD and John. Yes, absolutely fantastic. Amazing guys. If you haven't got their channels, do follow them as well. Paul Adams getting manhandled though. And Lascelles, there's days are up or numbered, as you want to call it that. People looks like he's out shorter sleeves, maybe making his arms longer. I love that. Quarterback was first as player. It was strange to see Bruno as quarterback back in the midfield. And yeah, it's chatting to everyone else. Alan needs bodyguards now. I'm talking about Adam P, by the way. And Brighton should get a pen bundled off the ball. So it could be is that going on VAR? I'm not so sure, but we should see. And yeah, I mean, I want to touch on Miggy Amir on this. Right? I mean, look, I'm a big fan of him, right? And look, at the end of the day, I mean, he did try. He should have scored the second half yesterday, and he did, and he came close a couple of times as well. Do you think he should be in the team now? Or do you think you should get like an A-list right-winger player to come in the team?
I mean, we could probably do with like someone who is a right-wing player. But the way Almiron's been playing, I'm not massively concerned if we didn't get one and we just got a striker. Yeah, I think that we would. Yeah, I'd like to see a player come in and that be their position, and But I'm not massively. I wouldn't be massively concerned if we didn't and we just got a striker. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just because he's been playing really, really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely agree. Like, you know what I mean? Because I love to get a striker in. I mean, there's two players I'd get. I mean, I'll get Ivan Toney, or I'll go out and go for Isaac for Real Sociedad as well. And Toney, I'm a big fan of Isaac as well. And watch his clips in the Spanish league. This guy was absolutely fantastic. And it's by a clause at a minute. We know this, Toney, 76 million quid. It may drop down a little bit closer to the window. If it dropped down to say 60 million for Isaac, would you still pay that money?
I don't know, John, because he didn't have the best of seasons, did he, last season? I know he was injured quite a bit. It's still his wages are. He's got a lot on his wages, wasn't he? Is he £200,000 a week or something? He's on. He's on
18 grand a week. He's only on 18 grand a week at Sociedad.
Is he? Oh, right, okay. Oh well, and so I mean, he's young and he's got a lot. He's got a lot going for him. I did see a press release this morning in Northern Echo that apparently we're going to go back in and have a look at Benjamin Sesko because they want apparently 50 million euros, but they reckon Newcastle are going to go in and say, look, we'll give you 30 million euros now up front and we'll do a lot of add-ons and clauses and see if they'll accept that. Whether that rumour's true or not, I do not know. But if it is true, then yeah, that would be fantastic. I mean, he's only 19, and that would be a great that would be a good sign as well. So yeah, if anything, I would rather have Sesko over Isaac, if I'm honest, given that Isaac's injury prone by the looks of things. But I haven't seen a lot of Isaac apart from when I saw him play for Sweden in that World Cup, but other than that, or the Euros, sorry, yeah, I would, if anything, I would rather pay the money for Sesko because he's going to be cheaper and he's 19 and he's got time to develop as well.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Sesko tomorrow in the transfer show tomorrow, so we're definitely going to talk about him as well and the latest transfer news as well, so keep eyes peeled for that. And I just touched on Alex Isaac as well. We also forget now, he's just on a 5-year deal at Sociedad. He's just on a new 5-year contract until 2026 or new 4-year contract till 2026. So he is off the table. So that's
then that's him gone, then, isn't it? Yeah,
that's his gone. I'm afraid that's him's gone. So
can I just add, John? Sorry, on the right winger. I mean, yeah, Almiron played okay in that role yesterday. But if I'm honest, we do need a more out and out right winger that's got the creativity and can put the ball in the back of the net as well. We do look fairly late up front. I know Eddie House noticed this as well. So I expect we're to be busy in the next 3 weeks or so for the transfer market for attacking options. But yeah, I mean, he linked up well with Bruno Almiron, But I'd like to see what Almiron would do in his more natural number 10 role. I think that could be a difference as well.
Yeah, I have to agree there, sort of thing. Like, I mean, for me, if he plays just a 10 role, then Eddie's got to change formation to 4-2-3-1 with Miggy as a 10 or 4-5-1 with Hunter number 10 as well. But I'm a big fan of him as well. And I think he's going to go on the games, by the way, but we're going to have to persevere with him as well. Got some more comments as well. And by the way, Miggy was outstanding yesterday, absolutely everywhere. He would have 3 assists if we were more clinical. Odenegg was not shooting on the right foot once from a chance he created himself. Yeah, that's the chance he had, and he should have put one away, sort of thing as well. But you are right. Kip said, Adam Pearson's a good kid and doesn't deserve the crap he gets. Shame for our fans. We were supposed to stand together. Mate, you're absolutely right. 110%, because let's be real, right? Adam P is a Newcastle fan, just like everybody else. Yeah, do you agree with that, Grace?
Yeah, I just think that, I mean, I don't know a lot about, I don't know what's happened, but like, go to the game, enjoy your game, just leave everyone else alone. You know, there's just no need to be going around harassing people. You know, just go enjoy the match and come home. You don't need to harass or whatever has happened.
I agree with you 100%. I mean, I met Adam lots of times. He comes to my channel as well. I'm going to try and get him back on my channel real soon, and I'm sure he'll come. Completely agree. Someone better than Almiron would be good, but I'm not overly concerned. I want to see Almiron do well. I do as well, Carl. He has the attributes as well, yes. And it's going to be a big season for this kid, by the way. 60 mil for Isaac, weird too. Much of his other players on the team playing and scoring better. He's just on a 4-year deal with Sociedad as well. Big up to Dunil, by the way. Thank you so much for joining in. I'll jump for Jordan, do cartwheels, and Miggy scores a goal like Messi's bicycle kick yesterday. And I would as well. Great performance by the lads yesterday. That's a diddle. Absolutely agree. I want Miggy to score against City and Grealish. I'll tell you, if I scored against City, I would run up to Jack Grealish straight away and tell him what for. Seth scored, talking to United, apparently. No, I'd rather go look for performances and atmosphere. Man U is toxic still. I'm just so happy Man U are pure. I'm not going to do it, and long may it continue. Here, Carl. I wouldn't mind Miggy, Megalin, Grealish. Cool. One of his Paraguay teammates crunch Grealish in pre-season. Wow. Chris Wood scored only one less league goal than Isaac last season. That's true. Joelinton was close in the middle, least shooting patterns for. And I'm going to touch on to Joelinton, by the way, Tony, right? Yet again, you talk about Bruno being outstanding. You cannot knock off Joelinton, by the way. That guy is an absolute beast. And everyone is saying that he should be at the World Cup in October, November. Tete, the Brazilian coach, right, should be watching this guy. Will he be in the World Cup this year, or he left it too late?
Yeah, absolutely, John. I mean, yesterday, he was.
Oh, he's gone.
We've lost him.
I tell you what, I was going to ask you the same question as well, Grace, about Joelinton and his consultant Southfoots. Yeah, I was just talking about Joelinton, right? I mean, again, he had a fantastic game yesterday, and everyone's clamoring for him to say he should be in the Brazilian national team. And Tete, the head coach of Brazil, should be picking him for the World Cup. Do you think he should be in the World Cup as a backup, not necessarily in the first team, but just in the team?
Yeah, I think that he deserves. He's been playing since January last year. He's been playing absolutely outstanding. I don't know if it might be a little bit too late for him. I think we'll probably wait and see. I think he deserves a place there, 100%. He'd be strong in that Brazilian team, and him and Bruno work well together. I'd absolutely love to see him in it, but I don't know yet if it might be too late. I don't know.
I have to agree. You look at the Brazilian midfielders, they got 7 already. They've got Casemiro, Lucas Paqueta, Bruno Guimaraes, Rafinha, Coutinho, Vinicius Jr. and Everton Ribeiro. And he will pick 7 midfielders as well. So, unfortunately, I just cannot see Joelinton getting into the team whatsoever. It is a shame because, you know what it is, right? I mean, every time I watch him, he just gets better and better and better. I mean, I wouldn't say it's exciting to watch, but one thing I will say, right, if he carries on the way he is, right, it could be one of the best midfielders in the country.
Oh, 100%. I think that I think at some point he will get his Brazil place. Like he will get a spot in the Brazil, but I just don't think he'll get it this year. I don't think he'll get it this year.
Fair enough. If not, we put Grace in the Brazilian national team. I think it should be amazing. Not for you. Not for you.
Not for me. Not for me.
Oh no! Are you not good enough, or are you not good enough, or do you think there's better players than you?
No. Well, I'm not a player. I like go to the bar instead.
Hey, yeah, and dance and boogie away, like you know.
Yeah.
Boogie, baby.
Yeah.
I was going to say, John, where's Billy at? No, Billy. I think Billy's quite busy. Like he's normally in the chat, by the way. Billy's a great guy, and but I'm sitting today. But he could be listening to us at all. Not good. Not good. Maguire's just got a goal back, so it's 2-1 to Brighton. Tony, I was going to talk to you about Joelinton.
Yeah.
Do you think, right, the way he is, right? I mean, he is that good at the minutes, yeah. Is he good enough to be in the World Cup? Do you think he'll get a place in the World Cup this year?
Well, to be honest, John, since Eddie House came in and changed his position, he's an absolute beast in that midfield. And yesterday, that mazy run he done, and he dragged his shot wide, unfortunately. I felt, because if he'd put that away, that would have been one hell of a goal. Do I think he should be in the World Cup squad? Absolutely. I mean, you've got Fred at Man United. He's useless. And compared to Joelinton's much better than what Fred is, if I'm honest with you. And I think the Brazil manager should be watching him and having a look at how Joelinton plays and just see how he gets on. If Joelinton's getting on well by the end of September, then say, oh, hang on, he's a dark horse to put in the World Cup, and put on the bench and be a secret weapon to come off and bolster the midfield. And, there's time for him to get, I mean, there's not a lot of time, but there is time for him to get in that squad. All he's got to do is keep putting the performances in and keep doing it week after week, and then the rewards may come. But if he doesn't get in this squad, then I'm sure he will get in the future Brazil squad eventually.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one as well. He's just got to keep doing it every single week, keep his mouth shut, get on with the game, and I think he'll be absolutely brilliant. Like, you just never know. You may, people like in Rio might think, hang on a minute, this guy's good. They do watch a lot of Premier League back in Brazil, and they will check him as well. And me personally, I still get him in the team, but I think it's too late. I mean, Tim Vickery, the South American expert, will probably know more, and he thinks he's another 10 people to drop out before he gets in that team. So got one from Coffee, and like Mick Rowe, I think it's happened to Fulham. Joelinton was great, but too many ahead of him at the minutes. So exactly what I meant to say. Needs to improve finishing and can give a possession away cheaper at times. That's a big no-no if you play for the Brazilian national team. If he keeps that consistency levels high, he has a chance. Totally agree. And OG got one back. Man got one back. Everton gives at this rate. Yeah, I mean, we're going to do the player ratings as well. And, everyone, you can rate them out of 10. And I'm going to start with Grace. I'm going to start with Nick Pope. And look, he did a lot to do yesterday. His contribution was good. And how many marks out of 10 would you give him?
I mean, I don't think he was massively put under pressure, so I kind of judge him on, on stuff like that. But for his quick distribution, and I'm going to give him a 6. Okay, I'll say a 7. A 7, because he didn't do a lot, but he was quicker at distributing than what sometimes the Bravka is. There's not really a lot for me to say on him.
Fair enough. I'll go with you, Tony. We're going to start with Kieran Trippier.
Kieran Trippier, well, yeah, he was up and down the pitch, taking corners, free kicks. Trippier was absolutely fantastic again. And I'm going to give Trippier a 9.
A 9? Wow, okay. It's your player ratings, not mine. Let's go on to the opposite side and Greece with Target.
I think Matty Target had a really, really good game. The link up between him and St. Maximum, I thought was really, really good. I'll give him an 8.
and 8. Okay.
Yeah, I think he played well. The link up between him and Maxi was good. Yeah.
Cool. That's fine. Let's go on to the centre defence. I'm going to go back here, Tony Danburn.
Danburn, yeah, had another great game. Kept their team quiet. Good duel, I think, against Sam Surridge. Didn't put a foot wrong. So Danburn gets a 9.
Wow, okay. The 9 out of 10 is defensive partner, Schar Wilson.
Well, I'm going to give, I think Schar had an absolute cracking game. Him and Danburn link up really, really well. They're a really good duo. And then just that strike, we know he's got that ability. We haven't seen it in a while. And I think for that strike, I'm going to give him a 9.
Okay, fair enough. And so done the back line, going for the comms before we go to midfield. I don't think they improved Joelinton suited the way Brazilian played, to be fair. What's the crack with Forest not having a DI? Okay, cool. Not having a shirt sponsor. I mean, what's going on there. They're going with the shirt sponsor there, but hey ho. They get one soon. Robin Hood nicked it somewhere. I agree. That's a good one. Foxtel, 4 tributes on worst player. Game possession away a lot. He's better than yesterday, 6 out of 10. That's from Foxy. Share scores, great. We're going to go into the midfield. We're going to start with great score to give you your favourite player, Joe Willock.
Well, I thought Joe Willock did really, really well yesterday. I think he was driving the ball forward. He was in the box. He tried to have a shot. I think that having that good pre-season that they did have, and having such challenging opponents, done them all a world of good and done him a world of good. And I think that he's more confident now than what he was at the start of last season. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he brings. So I'm going to give Joe Willock I'm going to be realistic and give him an 8 out of 10.
I was going to say, I was going to put in the penalty box and you said a 10, by the way.
I do think he's a 10 out of 10, but I'm being realistic and I said an 8.
Fair enough. Let's go on to Tony.
What, Joe Willock?
No, go for. I'm going to give you Joelinton.
Joelinton? Joelinton had a good game yesterday. Like I say, shame he dragged that shot wide. But yeah, all action as usual. And I'm going to give Joelinton a 7.
Ooh, okay, fair enough. I mean, I would have given an 8 personally, but it's your player ratings. And the honour goes to Bruno Gamache.
I think from seeing what Bruno's heat map in his stats from yesterday's game, he was so good. He is he's his own quality. That's what Bruno is. I think that, and as well, I think we need to get a bigger contract, a longer contract, because people are going to be sniffing around him soon when they see how good he is. So I'm going to give Bruno. He was amazing. He always is. I'm going to give Bruno a 9.
Is the man in a match? Starman?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. He's just his quality. I think he's. And for being so young, he's 24, 25? He's so young.
24 years, 25.
He's got so much quality already, and that's only going to develop. So I think that we need to get him a longer contract signed, or we need to get him in before other people start sniffing around him. We really do.
We should make it the highest paid earner in the club's history, It should double his wages, because you know what it is a Bruno, right? I mean, we've got to win something, right, while he's around, right? Because I don't think he's going to hang about waiting to win things, yeah? That's my worry, yeah? Big clubs be sniffing around him, by the way, like the Real Madrid and Bayern Munich and PSG, because he wants to win things, right? I hope that we get a striker that we need and a winger to keep him happy, and hopefully, just hopefully, we may just win a trophy and keep this guy at our football club. And I'll tell you what, we do that, that would be absolutely fantastic. He is key to our football club, let's be real. and we've got to keep on every single time. Carl say, yep, protect Bruno or Carson, make the club so good he wants to stay. I have to agree there. He got to match his ambition as well. So that's midfield completed. I'm just going to go up to front three. I'm going to start with Miggy, and I'm going to go with Tony.
Miggy, had a great game yesterday. Full of running. Could have probably scored. But linked up well with Bruno. There was definitely that South American connection there. Overall, he didn't do too bad as a right winger. Tried his heart out as usual. So I'm going to give Miggy an 8.
Okay, Miggy an 8 out of 10. We go with ASM for Greece.
Yeah, I think that Maxi had a really good game. It's nice to see him, passing doing all the hard work and getting it in the box and actually passing it. If the pass is the better option for him, because once upon a time he used to, I don't want to say cocky because I don't think that's the right word, but he used to think that he could score them all, and really he couldn't. But I think that he's passing more. There's certain little touches where I'm like, Maxi, you've lost it. Come on, you need to get back. You've lost it. You need to get back and try and get it back off them instead of just staying there. But apart from that, I think he had a good game. So I'm going to give him an 8.
8 out of 10. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll go on to Callum Wilson, Tony. Look, for me personally, I thought I had a quiet game yesterday, and it just takes one chance on this guy, and he actually took it. Yeah. So, So, what's your thoughts on Callum?
Yeah. Yes, he did have a quiet game yesterday, but then a lot of strikers have quiet games, but then come up with the goods when needed. Nayakati kept him a bit quiet in the first half, and but the second half came, and like I say, all good strikers, they always know where the back of the net is, and he delivered as usual on the opening day. Brilliant goal, flick off his foot and into the back of the net, and because of his goal, I'm going to give him a 9.
Ooh. I think you're being generous on Callum, but it's your player rating.
I'm being a bit generous. I was going to give him an 8, but I thought no, because of his goal, I'll give him a 9 because he's, he won me my bet. He won me my bet as well, John, because I had Newcastle to win by more than 2 goals or more, and I had and I had Wilson to score in 90 minutes as well.
Wow. A 9 out of 10 for Callum Wilson.
Yes, I don't blame you. He's getting some money in for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no?
10 out of 10 for me.
Now, wow, I tell you what, though, I wonder what you think the comments people is. Callum Wilson 9 out of 10. Me personally, I would have given him a 7. He's quite all game, but that goal he scored got him that 7. But not my player ratings. Well, Foxy would have gave Bruno a 10 out of 10. Comfortable situations on the ball, control that game. Generous people, man. Christ. Well, there you go. Everyone's got an opinion. Foxy, Thumbs up. Miggy, 8. Wilson, 9. It's a 9.5. Generous. I don't see Bruno leaving Newcastle anytime soon. Not a chance in hell. He's loving life at the toon. And you comment Eddie in a bit. We'll go for the substitutes there. Who came on? Sean Longstaff came on first.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah,
I think he came on. He came on 10 minutes or so ago. He didn't do well. He came on. He didn't have to do a lot because Nottingham Forest were horrific, to say the least.
they were.
So yeah, he came on. He was a number on the pitch for me that he didn't really do a lot.
Fair enough. And would you give him a rating?
Yeah, I mean, we won. 7 out of 10.
Fair enough. Go on, Tony. Ryan Fraser.
Came on, wasn't off from Zoo really. Did have a little run, but at the defence, what can I really give him? Because like I see, he wasn't on the pitch that long. I'm going to give him a 6.
Fair enough. Chris Wood for Grace.
Yeah, I think like all the subs, we were dominating the game. We were dominating the game anyway. And the time they came on, we were 2 goals up. They didn't really have to do a lot. 7 out of 10 because he was on the pitch and we won.
Fair enough. Jake and Murphy for Tony.
Yeah, again, came on with Fraser. Didn't have a long lot on the pitch. So he had a run as well. I was hoping he might have gotten to a goal scoring opportunity, see if he can actually score without hitting the woodwork. I'm going to give him a 6 as well.
And Sven Botman.
Yeah, he came on for the last 5 minutes, a few minutes he came on, and then him and Schar was just kicking the ball around, which I thought was hilarious because Nottingham Forest just couldn't get it off them. I'll give him a 7 as well. He just came on, he didn't have a lot to do. Yeah.
Wow. Are you going to the next game, mate? I'm not going to the next game, mate. No. And I think Tony's watched the game with those glasses on yesterday, those ratings. Wow. Wow. Was that the goal? Maybe a 6, but being kind, 7.5 out of 10 with the goal. And we're going to go on to, for me, the substitutes. I would have given more than 5, to be fair, because they didn't get enough standard 5, but didn't get enough time. Anyhow, team selection, did you get it right? I'll go with Tony.
Yeah, he got the team spot on. You know, it's a nice headache for Eddie to have with so many good players around him, but he got the team right. I mean, you know, probably a hard choice to go with Pope over Dubravka because, you know, Dubravka's done well for us. Yeah, he's had some games where he's not played well, Martin, but in other games he's played really well. So, but no, overall, Eddie Howe got his tactics spot on. Didn't have to worry about Forest really because they were just absolutely awful. And I even heard it from a Forest fan on a call-in somewhere, and he said, "Look, you know, we went to the hardest place to start our season off at." He says, "So I'm glad we've played them early and got them out the way," which I thought, "Oh, well, that was nice of him." But yeah, I'll give Eddie Howe a 10 out of 10.
Grace, Eddie Howe, how many did you give him?
I completely agree with Tony. I think he made you know, a great team selection. You know, he's doing. I completely agree with Tony. I think it would have been a hard decision to do Pope over Dubravka because for me personally, I think Dubravka still, for me, he's still number 1. Like I know some people don't agree with that, but last season he served us well. I think that, you know, there was a few goals where he probably should have saved it, but at the end of the day, there's still 4 people in front of him who should be helping him out as well. It's not just him. My only criticism for Eddie Howe, right, is I want to see Elliot Anderson on that pitch. I want Elliot Anderson to come on as a sub, but he never did. But 10 out of 10, I think Eddie Howe knows what he's doing. He absolutely knows what he's doing. He trusts in that team, and I think we just got to trust in him. But I want to see Elliot Anderson come on at Brighton, please, Eddie Howe, if you're watching.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And we're going to go with the fans. Because I asked you, you went to the match yesterday, didn't you? So
yeah.
What about the fans? How many would you give the fans out of 10?
Oh, I don't think the fans can even be rated. The place is absolutely bouncing. I think everyone. It's just nice to be back. You know, we've had all them few months, 2 months off. Then few months off. Just be nice to be back in St James's Park, and the place was absolutely bouncing. And yeah, I just think the atmosphere. You know, I went to the first game last season when they played West Ham, and just the atmosphere from then and what it was yesterday, completely different. It was completely and utterly different. You know, the place is absolutely bouncing.
Yeah, fair enough. We give it a 10 out of 10 for the
10
fans.
10 out of 10 off the scale.
For the fans. Off the scale. Off the scales, man. 10. Fantastic. So that's the play ratings done. Tony's audition for the Blues, but I saw hearing. Now we've got Stephen again. The Forest fans after the game were praising the Newcastle fans, saying what a place to come. Great stay, the great fans, and after the game, drinking to give out. Love it. That's how it is. That is absolutely brilliant. Proper fans as well. We make the visiting fans welcome anyway, so kind of go on with that. And Eddie, we trust, yes, we do. And Leicester 2, Brentford 2. I presume Brentford's come back from 2-0 down there. And to Eddie, Grace, the new contract for Eddie, he started a new long-term deal. And how do you feel as a fan? And what do you think of it?
Oh, I think it's absolutely amazing. I think that it was due to come after everything that he'd done last season, and it's just nice to have a manager who wants to progress his team, wants to progress his club. You know, he's passionate. Yeah, no, I was absolutely so glad for his contract extension, and I'd love to see us win a title under Eddie Howe in the coming years, because I think we probably can do it, and he could be the man to get us there.
Absolutely, and the thing is, right? I mean, you had people like clubs try to get him before, Southampton tried to get him before, Bristol City tried to get him before, Brentford tried to get him before, right? But Eddie, and even Celtic, and Eddie Howe reached for the right club to come in, right? And out of the two, Eddie Howe and Unai Emery, I've always said give the British a chance, and that's what we've gone for, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, maybe this is the job Eddie Howe wanted. You know, maybe it was written in the stars for him to come here, but no, he could have gone anywhere. He could have even gone to Celtic, but he didn't want to go there, did he? So you know, and he waited till obviously we came knocking on the door and obviously seen what we had to say, and then came in, and you know what, best thing we ever did getting Eddie Howe in, and giving him that long-term contract as well. Not only does that send a message out from the club that there's stability there, but also that will now send a message out to any players that we're looking at, because they will now look at our club and say, well, hang on, the manager's there for many years to come. He's got a long-term contract, so we can go there now and predict our long-term future there, because the manager's going to be there for the long term and not the short term.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think they got faith in, they got absolutely every single confidence as well in this guy. And he's such a young manager, yeah. And I think we could be scared of getting if England comes calling for him, Grace, right? Then at least we protected the contract, and it would be a lot of money for this guy if anyone comes in for him.
I mean, I absolutely rate Eddie Howe, and I'd love to see England coming knocking on the door for him. I really would. Not that I'd want him to go, but yeah, I would love to see England coming knocking on the door for him, because I think he's just a different, like, honestly, this is going to sound so weird, but he's a different kind of manager, isn't he? He's just, like, for me, like, even the way he is with the players, it's on a more intimate level than what it is just, like, rocking off to training and, you know, training them, if that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, even like the way he speaks about them, and like he's press, like how he conducts himself in his like press conferences and stuff. He's so intelligent. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to see England come knocking for him, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Absolutely. And you know what it is? I've got something to show you guys, Tony and Grace. Could you remember where he was after Diego Carlos for 60-odd million quid in the January window, right? And Seville turned Aston. I've got something to show you, right? Now he's gone to Villa. If you've seen stats like this, right? Have a look at this, right? And that is Howley reading. Against Bournemouth, 90 minutes played, 0 tackles, 0 interceptions, 0 blocks, 0 ground duels won, 0 aerial duels won, 7 long balls completed, right? That is Diego Carlos' record, people, right? And everyone said, go and get him, yeah? For me, we dodged an absolute bullet on that one, mate. What do you think of the stats, Tony?
Yeah, that was poor yesterday from him, and that just sums it all up, doesn't it? I mean, you know, thankfully we didn't pay 60 million for him, and we've dodged the bullet by the looks of it, because he might be great in Spain. He might have been great in Sevilla with him and Koundé at the back. But, you know, Premier League's a different ball game. And not being funny, if that's against a team like Bournemouth, who myself is tipping to go down and probably a lot of other people are, then, yeah, I'm just so pleased we moved on from him and let him stay at the Villa, because I think the Villa's going to struggle this season by the looks of it.
This is the thing. I mean, Boubacar Kamara, he must be thinking, what's the hell I'm going to Villa for? He's too good for Villa, man. That guy is absolutely brilliant. And you're right. And you know what it is, Grace, right? When you see those stats, he pays 60 million quid. If had that gone through and he gets stats like that, then it's going to cost managers a job.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of teams in danger who, yeah, this season a lot more than what would have been. And Aston Villa being one of them. Just for them stats, was he even on the pitch? You know, like was he even there? I honestly don't even know what to say about it. Like we've just had a very lucky escape. But then, see, I have no doubt if he had come in January, that Eddie Howe wouldn't have adapted him to be like a quality player. That's the difference, isn't it? He's gone there, and you know, I bet Eddie Howe probably could have done something with him. But we'll never know. We'll never know.
You never know. You're absolutely right. I mean, Foxy's come out and said, I told you about Diego Carlos. Everyone disagreed with me at that time. Wow. That is an absolute dodge a bullet there, by the way. But maybe one game. Maybe he's just thinking, you know what? Could be another Joelinton in the horizon. And then he may come out to come good. He's 29. This is why, you know, you don't want to buy a Brazilian who's 29, 30 at a later stage of his career. You got to do it in the early age. And what's the F is on the pitch? How he's not pulled off. So enough, those stats are harder to do than play well. Go on ahead. Yeah. Carlos didn't want to play for Villa. He wanted to move to us, so he underachieved to make more of a statement. Do you think that's true, Tony?
I don't know, because I mean, like I say, we didn't go back in for him. We wanted him in January, but no, we didn't. We didn't go back in for him. So no, let him play for the Villa as far as I'm concerned. We've got better defenders than him.
We have, and he can defend properly as well. Listen, Diego Costa is a brilliant player, but at the end of the day, he has got a mistake or two in him. That is the thing. And he's a unit, by the way, but he's got a mistake on him, and that's the problem. Carlos doesn't really want to play for Villa. He wanted to move to us. Yeah, I read that. Diego Costa, he's no BDB.
Oh, does that not mean Big Dan Burn?
Yeah, that's the one. No, he's no Big Dan Burn.
He's no Big Dan Burn.
He's not. No, in a minute, he's not. Carlos haven't had an Eddie Howe season.
No, he has not.
That's fair enough. Hi, John. Big up to Rolly, by the way. Hope you okay, my guy. It was great to meet you yesterday after the game. Great show, top bloke. Thank you very much indeed, Rolly. And please keep watching our content. We do have regular co-hosts, Tony, Grace, Brad, Mason. And if I miss anyone out, no, I think that's it, really. So, and you know what it is, right? I mean, yesterday, I've done a donation yesterday, guys. I don't know if you saw it on social media, and I've got to try and get it out in a minute, in a bit. I'm happy to send it back to Steph for their sales, of course. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. You get on me moved. And I'll try to get up in a bit, but I have made a donation yesterday, of course. And, Brighton beat Man U by 2-1. That's the final whistle there. So, not a good start for United. Yeah, then you saw social media, Torn Grace. I done a donation yesterday, £100. And Grace, what's your thoughts on it, please? What's your take?
Well, I had no doubt that you were going to put it in. You are a man of your word. You just have to be careful putting bets on now, won't you? Saying the players are signing. Won't you? You won't put your money where your mouth is anymore. But yeah, I had no doubt you were gonna do it.
But when you look at it, right? I mean, you're glad. The thing is, right? I mean, let's be real, right? I've always thought it's going to go to AC Milan. It's because the Champions League, and also they finished Serie A as well, and top won the title. So yeah, and this is the thing, right? But listen, I'm glad it's here. I'm glad it's cool at this moment in time. But one thing I'm going to say, right? I'm just glad that it's come to us, and it's just brilliant. But let's hope that I don't make those mistakes ever again. But I got no regrets. I got no regrets of just paying the money up, and I just happy to do that sort of thing. So I made a bet, got it spectacularly wrong, and that is how it is. Tony, your take.
Yeah, well done, mate. I mean, I absolutely applaud you for doing it. I mean, you know, this, you know, you had the balls to say, well, if he comes to Newcastle, I'll put £100 in the food bank, and absolutely big up to you, mate. Absolutely. And I mean, you know, just in future, John, just don't chase your losses, you know. But the food bank, I'm sure, are better off now. They're £100 better off thanks to you and your generosity. And then obviously Jamie Rubin will have gone over and give his donation as well. So yeah, and I'm sure Jamie Rubin's happy because you made him put more money in now as well. So no, well done all round, John. And you know, next time if we've signed the player and you think AC Milan are interested, I think you'll hold back next time before you make judgments.
Exactly. But it's that, listen, at the end of the day, right? I mean, Vince is going to go to the San Siro. It did not happen. I'm not going to lie, I was shocked he's come to Newcastle. I was shocked. But look, at the end of the day, we saw the project well to the guy. But thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. It's kind words as well. I could say Rashford is terrible. I agree, Coffee. Got one here for Jira. John, that's your humble pie down in one. That's an expensive humble pie, by the way. Let's be real. What if Man U fans still think they win the Champions League? Not with that performance today, they won't be. I'm telling you, they're not in the Champions League.
To be getting relegated with that performance, bloody hell.
Exactly. And I totally agree. But I'm sure they pick up, but it's just the same problem. That doesn't matter who goes to Old Trafford. It's just the same problems every single time.
It's like your first home game, you know. They just never came out with any passion or fight in them. I watched the first half an hour and they had no fight about them, it seemed. So the one even for I hope they pull the socks up for the fans as well, because another season like what they had last season.
Absolutely. I mean, they're not get Champions League in that performance, let's be real. No chance. And I tell you what, one of the couple of the United channels as well, I tell you what, that'd be very interesting. I might just give it on that one later on. Well done, Brighton. Good job, Ten Hag Sport. I cannot believe we got Botman. John made us convinced he's going to Milan, Tony. And how wrong was I?
Yeah, you were 100% wrong, weren't you, mate? But yeah, and I mean, when you read any interviews about him, he doesn't even mention about going to AC Milan, does he? So
it's just the Italian side, isn't it? It's just the Italian side, isn't it? You know what I mean? Just you know, like I said, della sport, Cria della sport, and tutto sport as well. That's come from their end, sort of thing. We're not set up. Go on.
Don't Inter and Lille have some sort of link up or something to do with directors or something? But maybe it was just driven that way, maybe. But you know what? Like I say, at least you put your hand in your pocket and put the money in, like you said, and you did it. And I bet Mr. Hasty was happy when you done it as well.
I'm sure he will. I've got over 100 likes sort of thing as well, and some posted out there for us. So yeah, so there you go. Now I mentioned about the food bank. It's gone from 20 people to 4 people watching live. Thank you very much indeed. And if you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button as well. And if you'd like to become a member, then click on the join button. If you'd like to super chat us as well, then hit that $sign. And also do follow for Tony Tooney31 and G_Thompson X as well. Both of me co-hosts as well. Both amazing people, and they helped my channel along. Without them, I would not have had a channel. I still can't be bottom of that one. Big up to David. Thank you very much indeed, mate. Thank you. John, your top man. Well done. Thanks, Duno. Glad you won 2 goals to 1. That's Herbie. I'm going to call him Herbie from now on. John Tom Pie was from Howard's. Howard's, yay. No intensity from Man United. Big up to Stephen. Dara, by the way. Hope you enjoy United Newcastle. Great 3 points. Love seeing Man U lose. Botman did say he wanted to move to us all along. Well, fair enough. He did say that now, but listen, he's here. How many headers did Martinez win for United today? I didn't watch I saw the first half, but I didn't see the second half as well. So, and you know what it is, right? I mean, I said before the start of the season, I think we could finish above United. We could finish above them because at the end of the day, Grace, right? You look at the team we've got. We got team spirit in the team, haven't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and when we played them in was it Boxing Day that we played Man United last season? It was round about Christmassy time, and that should have been our game all day long. And we hadn't even signed the players that we had signed. So yeah, I think I can see us beating them and you going ahead of them. I don't know, but I can see us beating them after the performance that I've seen at Brighton. I could see us beating them. Yeah, I think we were close at Christmas.
Absolutely. We're going over 10 more minutes of this, so I know you guys are busy, and we've got just a bit of banter, Johnny. We know that. I mean, everything's on a red. I'm not a red, and look, at the end of the day, I'm happy to pay the £100. And like I said as well, back to if you do play Man United, let's be real. I'm not going to lie, but we should not be scared of these, Tony. We're not scared of Man United. I hope the team we've got.
No, absolutely not. Not scared of Man U at all. I mean, we're a club on the up now. As I've said before, last December when we played Man U at home, we were robbed because they stole 2 points off us. They didn't deserve that equaliser. They came and robbed us, and
they did.
It was one of those. If only just after half time, Maxi put that ball in the back of the net. Or Jacob Murphy hadn't hit the crossbar, we would have. We would have won that game. But this season, I've got nothing to fear. Even going down to Old Trafford, I think we can go down there and beat them, if I'm honest.
I have to agree. I mean, all you got to do is just keep those fans quiet as well. Keep the fans quiet and just really have a go at them. Just take the game to them. Don't sit back. Don't let them dictate the game. Because at the end of the day, right, if you let them dictate, they can hurt you everywhere. But I've got to say, I've always said this, guys. This has got to be the worst Man United team I've seen in years and years and years. I'm going to keep saying that. Do you know what I mean? Because that team should be challenging for titles. Excuse me. I'm not saying going to win the league, but they should be challenging, having a go. But at the end of the day, the players they got is not good enough. They need a world-class striker. They need a world-class midfielder. Yeah, and that's what they need. If they can get those in, they've got a great chance. But at the minute, they're not going nowhere at the minute. Man City, Liverpool, years ahead of them. Honest to God. And I'm not going to lie. Man U are not the force of odd. And you know what it is, right? I mean, I don't want to keep talking about it on the channel, but look, at the end of the day, right, they got a long way to go. And I've got a feeling, guys, we're going to finish above them this year, Grace. We will do it this year.
I hope we do. I think that with the team that we do have, I think whereas last year, I think when it got the top 6, we sort of struggled a little bit, playing them players. But I think that apart from Man City and Liverpool, I think the rest of them, I think we've got a good chance, a really, really good chance. And I can see us, if Man U are carrying on playing the way they are and they don't get someone in this transfer window, I think that they're in trouble. They're looking like a mid-table team, to be honest with you. They're not looking like top 4, top 4, top 6, the way they have been playing.
I'm with you, 100%. And Man U needs Bruno, basically. They're not having him. There's no way. You're going to have to come up. I will not sell him to another English club. No way. It ain't going to happen. I'd rather sell to a foreign club for less than sell to a British club more. Let's be real. And but he's going absolutely nowhere. I'm Tony Martin de Braca. I mean, I didn't think he did look happy yesterday. But can he see Martin de Braca being at Newcastle by when the window shuts?
Well, that's a good question, John. He didn't look happy at all yesterday. The comments I've seen from Eddie Howe is that he's apparently needing to move at least one goalkeeper out. But now I'm just thinking, is that Dubravka that could be going? Could there be legs in it? He could be going to Leicester. I don't know. But at the end of the day, he wants to play first team football. He needs to, just like Pope does, because Pope wants to be in the England team. Dubravka needs to be in the Slovakian team because he's their number one and they're in the World Cup as well. So he doesn't want to be sat on the bench because he'll lose his place to probably Rodak, who plays for Fulham. So to be fair, I don't want him to go because I'd rather have two quality keepers there. But if he wants to move on so he can be playing for his international team in the World Cup, there'll be no hard feelings. I wouldn't say no hard feelings whatsoever. I would say thank you for what you've done, Dubravka, and you've done brilliant. But,
Great.
But Eddie Howe's the only one, that can make that decision what he wants to do with Dubravka. But if I was to put a bet on it, I would probably say he'd probably go by the end of the window, but that's only like a small percentage in it that he'll leave. But my head thinks he will go, but my heart says he wants to stay. So I don't know, but we'll see what happens in the coming weeks for the window on the 1st September.
I'll ask Grace the same question in a bit. Of course, with Bruno's, he blew black and white. Love it. Love it. To be fair, Man United need new owners, so long may the glacier in. Got to be on that one there. Useless, man. I was saying this should have been in for him. Bruno wouldn't leave us for the likes of them. You're disrespecting City, Liverpool, and United in the same conversation. But I'm not. All I'm saying is City and Liverpool are years ahead of Man United as things going on. Simple as that. West Ham, Newcastle, and Leicester are way above them. And Dubs will move on, I think, after Howell's interview earlier. Grace, same question of you on Dubravka. Can you see him moving on, or do you think he'll stay?
I'd like to say for me, Dubravka's still number one for us. I know some people don't agree with that, but for me, he's still number one. But if Leicester's looking at him, he can be number one at Leicester. You kind of blame the bloke. There's going to be no competition between him and Pope. And like Tony's just said, Pope's wanting England international. He wants to be England international goalkeeper. The World Cup's coming in. So does Dubravka. He wants to be number one for his country. So he's not gonna get that by possibly sitting on the bench in Newcastle, is he? So I couldn't blame the bloke for going. It's his. Then it is his career. But yeah, if he did go, I would wish him all the best. He served us really well.
Yeah, well said, well said. We got to wait and see what happens though, because anything can happen in the transfer window. This could be a big month as well. Where would he go? Leicester could be in the part exchange for Mr. Madison. You never know. You just never know. And Man United Cup transition. I think the 2-1 to Brighton on Mercy, sure. Brighton continue to get disrespected. Look, Brighton are a decent team. I hope we beat them next Saturday. It's going to be tough, but I'd take a point right now as thing goes. And Howell said it's not a reflection on Martin, it's a reflection on how good I think Nick is. And he mentioned having 4 keepers and understanding the player needs. That's a fair shout, mate. Fair shout. I snapped my hand off the draw against Brighton. Ryan, I'm with you as well, my guy. I hope you're okay. Top guy from Canada. If you haven't followed him on social media, get him followed. This guy, he is the next league gunner, and he says it out like it is Canadian league gunner, and he's not taking any crap from no one. Celtic game on BBC Albert John 6:30 kickoff. Played yesterday, mate. Played yesterday. 1-3 goals to 1. My Premier League predictions has been terrible. I tell you what, mate. Sharpen up, my guy, or just get messy. Slovakia isn't going to the World Cup. Brighton are a good side. A difficult game for the 2 next weekend. Totally agree. Force on Sesko. We talked about this, Tony. We're going to do him tomorrow in the transfer show. We're going to check out his stats. We're going to check out what he can offer for the team. We'll be doing that one tomorrow. But Man U's after him as well, by the way. So we definitely. I'll take him. Blake. I'll take him all day long, mate. 100%. Women's game as well. That's in Davy. Women's game.
The women's Newcastle.
Celtic.
Sorry, I thought you meant women's Newcastle. They played today and they got beaten 4-0 by Nottingham Forest women's.
Fair enough. They're transitional as well, by the way, so we need to give them time. So love to see him in the top flight, by the way. Who knows? But it's good to see Newcastle Lasses in the league as well. And you should put a bet for that game. That's Ryan, and say hi to us as well. Ericsson should have joined us, but he was playing European football, maybe. I see where you're coming from, but if you've got him, they would not have got Madison as well. But there you go. Is anyone, you guys going to Brighton on Saturday next week?
No, I'm at work next weekend.
Oh, we're not going to chat to you next week then?
I don't think so.
Oh, we're going to miss you, Grace. We're going to miss you.
I know. I'll be back the week after, though.
Definitely. We'll be talking that game against Manchester City. And
I think I'm at the Manchester City one.
I can't make it.
I'll have to double check.
I can't go because I cannot get the money off, unfortunately. But what can I say, man? Not good, gutted, but I'm going to do the warm up for that game and the match review as well. Man, you don't have to pull. They did that, John. So you may as well get Sesko in front of Man U. Do you feel that's fair, Tony? You think Jules is right? I mean, I can understand what he's trying to say. He's saying that they haven't got a pulling power.
So Man United.
Yeah, they haven't got a. He's saying they don't have to pull. They did, John. So you may get Sesko in front of Man U.
I wouldn't say. Well, I don't think they've got the pulling power like they used to have. When Ferguson was there. And over the years, they've just declined a lot. But they've gone through so many managers as well. I don't think they've got that pulling power anymore like they used to have. So I agree with him. Why can't we get any players ahead of Man United? Because, they weren't that much greater than what we were last season. So, yeah.
Really?
But I believe the pulling power of Man U isn't as strong as it used to be. It's a lot weaker now.
Yeah, it's a shame because it's a cracking club. I mean, look, at the end of the day, they got the wrong owners, right? They got the right manager, but the wrong owners. And some of the players at Ultra are not good enough at all whatsoever. But, they'll come back. They will come back. Every time I have to get it out of the club. Trust is what I say that, by the way. But it's a shame, really. But we're above them anyway, Grace. We're going to be above them this season, but can't wait. So
I hope so.
I'll be over the moon if we get above them. Chuck, Effie Penning, we've got Berama. West Ham wants to sell him, and he's a brilliant player. I like him. I do like him. He works hard for the team. Ericsson's at Man U's best player. Newcastle are built on pulling power. And Moise Caicedo was great for Brighton today. Never a shame when Man U goes downwards. He cannot stand him, can he? We have equal pulling power to also Man U. And that's from Ryan. Yeah, I agree, mate. And you say, John, where do you think we finish? Where do you reckon we'll finish Colin League? At this stage, I'm going to say if. What about you, Grace?
Yeah, I'm going to, yes, I'll say 7th.
And Tony?
I would say I'll take 7th straight away because it's European Conference League play. So, yeah, I'll take 7th. And but I see our friend Mr. Neil Warnock, who's very outspoken, and I'll tell you what, he's a great guy anyway. He's tipped us to finish 6th, so that's Neil tipped 6th for us. So yeah, but I'll take 7th. I'll be happy with that.
Big up Neil Warnock. I mean, listen, I think he's a character, by the way. With all these characters, manager characters, it's gone. There's none of them anymore. There's none. Brian Clough, Alex Ferguson, Kevin Keegan, Sir Bobby. All these characters are gone. We need to get them back, by the way. And got one here. 5th, I like to dream. That's in Carl. Big up Carl and a cup win as well. 5th and a cup win. I take it all year round. That's it, guys. Going to wrap up there, by the way. I know you guys are busy, but before we wrap up, where can you find you, Grace, on your socials, please?
I am at Grace Thompson X on Twitter.
And for you, Tony?
Yep, down there at Tony Tooney 31 on Twitter. You'll find me.
Coolio. And got one here. My dream would have finished first. I'll tell you what. Can you imagine we've got to finish first, and then all the people say, "I want to come to Newcastle." Yeah. Well, no. Leave that to Eddie Howe, by the way. He makes decisions, by the way. And that's another question I want to ask you guys. Do you think Eddie Howe's job title should be changed from head coach to manager. I'll start with you, Grace.
Yeah, I don't really know what the difference of a title really means. He's the manager, he's the head coach. It doesn't, for me, a title doesn't matter. He runs the show, and he's running the show really well. So just whatever Eddie Howe wants to call himself, it doesn't really bother me. I don't think.
Fair enough. It's basically, if you're a manager, you have like total control. If you're the head coach, you just coach the team. Basically, you just give Dan Ashford the players you want. He goes and try and get those players for you, right? And just do it that way. So you tell him what you want, he goes and get them for you. So, but if
I can see Eddie Howe doing that anyway. I can see him saying, "This is what I want, make it happen." I can see him doing that. So I don't really know.
Sure. Fair enough. And just goes comments, so I get Tony's comments as well. Good stream, lads. Thank you, Anthony. Love you, my guy. Love you, man. And anywhere upwards of EF, I'll be happy. But sadly, we've not got the same pool as Man United just yet. Maybe in the next 18 months. That's a fair shout. Afternoon, should Newcastle go with Mitrovic or Mitro? Me, I can't see him getting him back. I think he's happy at Fulham, in my opinion. He loves Fulham that much. He played in the Championship twice with them. As of now, 9th place finish. That's in Ryan. How's it going, guys? Going great. And I like coffee. I like Mitro. He's a Mitro fan, isn't he? And go on, Tony, your take. Do you think Eddie Howe's title should be changed from head coach to manager, or do you think he should stay where it is?
To be fair, I'll just leave him as head coach. I mean, I don't think Eddie Howe's too bothered about a title, really. I mean, at the end of the day, he knew the score when he came into the club that they were looking to get sporting director and everybody in. So he knows Dan Ashworth. He's got answer to Dan Ashworth, and he goes out, gets the players, and Eddie coaches them. So to be fair, I don't think Eddie's bothered about being a head coach or a manager. At the end of the day, he's in charge of the team. That's all that matters, and he wants to deliver. I mean, he said on Friday he would like to win a trophy with us, if not this season, in the coming seasons. So who knows? I mean, I've said, my predictions, I said we could go and win the Carabao Cup because it's a great competition to go and win when a lot of teams don't put out their strongest side. So, we shall see. But no, leave him as far as I'm concerned. If it's not fixed, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So there you go. Just leave him as head coach, I would say.
Fair enough. That's a good comment there. For me personally, I would say within 2 years, Eddie Howe's title will be changed from head coach to manager. That's my prediction. I think he'll become manager, not head coach. And I'll give that 2 seasons, and that's what he's going to be, manager. There's two managers. It's gone from head coach to manager. Pochettino, where he's at Tottenham, and Mikel Arteta, now at Arsenal. So those are 2. And got one in for Jag as well. Watched the Tyneside live. You was on, John. I was indeed. I was so passionate yesterday. And I just talked about Paqueta. Well, I mentioned about Paqueta, about the fans' choice and not the owner's choice. He thought, wow, at least someone knows what he's talking about. Going to Man City 2-0. And I've got one for by John, Tony Greers, and all. I like coffee. I'll see you tomorrow on the John Macy Show on Tuesday for the Premier League Roundup. And by the way, we're going to wrap up as well. We've got both socials of Grace and Tony. Mine will be John Sinclair TV on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, and Instagram, John Sinclair 50, and John _ FC42 on my social media on Twitter. So, and obviously, guys, you enjoyed it today, guys. You enjoyed coming on.
Yeah, it's been great, John. Yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Always a pleasure coming on.
Big up. Before I'm going to keep you back for a couple of seconds. Like the video, like what you see. Hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're new and you like what you see. Hit that subscribe button. The number's going up all the time. If you'd like to become a member, click on the join button, 99p. And if you'd like to become a super chatters, then you know exactly what to do. You can either hit the $, give what the channel's worth. Also, you can also join the thanks option as well. And also do leave your comments in the section down below. Leave us your comments and also hit the notification bell as well. Guys, thanks for coming on. I've heard you both in a bit. And I'll see you back tomorrow for the transfer show. And until then, it's bye-bye for now.
Bye.